Welcome to the Books Central podcast, where we discuss all things books and literature. Today, I am thrilled to have with me Fred Hope, the renowned author of the latest suspense novel, Twilight of Artemis. Fred, welcome to the show.
Thank you, Abbie. It's an absolute pleasure to be here.
Fred, you've established yourself as an accomplished writer, but our listeners would love to know a little about your background as a writer. Could you share with us what inspired you to become a writer and how your journey has been so far?
Well, Abbie, I started writing at a very young age. I was a shy child, always lost in books and stories. Growing up, I was influenced by authors such as Stephen King, Agatha Christie, and Mary Higgins Clark. It wasn't until I completed my first novel, which took me 3 years, that I realized how much I enjoyed writing. Since then, I have continued to write, and to date, I have published 8 novels.
Wow, that's an impressive track record. So, tell us, what led you to write Twilight of Artemis?
Twilight of Artemis is a story I have been chewing on for years. It came out of my fascination with ancient history and my love for a good thrilling story. The plot is centered around a group of treasure hunters on a mission to uncover an artifact that is believed to hold the key to the end of the world as we know it. The story is set in Greece, and the protagonist is a young woman trying to unravel the mysteries surrounding this artifact.
That sounds like a real page-turner. For our listeners who haven't yet had the pleasure of reading the novel, could you provide a brief synopsis and set the scene for us?
Sure, Abbie. The story begins in Athens, Greece, where a group of treasure hunters uncover a mysterious artifact during an excavation. Soon after, people associated with the excavation start to die under mysterious circumstances, as if being hunted by some mysterious force. Enter our protagonist, Lara, a young woman trying to piece together the mystery surrounding the artifact and stop those who seek to use its power for their own evil purposes.
That's genuinely intriguing, Fred. Can you tell us a little about the creative process behind the writing of this novel?
Sure, Abbie. I usually start by doing much research on the setting and time period I intend to write about. For this book, I read a lot about ancient Greece and its associated myths and legends. I also try to get a sense of the characters' personalities, backgrounds, and motivations. Once I have a basic outline, I start to write, and the story develops as I go along.
Fascinating. Now, let's talk a little about the plot. So many twists and turns make it difficult to put down the book. How do you approach writing such a complex storyline?
Well, Abbie, I always try to keep the reader engaged by introducing several subplots within the main storyline, creating a sense of intrigue and tension. The more twists and turns, the better, as long as it doesn't feel forced. I try to make my characters relatable and human while giving them each a unique motivation that drives their decisions.
You've done an excellent job with Twilight of Artemis, Fred. I must ask, how does it feel to have a book that has received so much acclaim?
Honestly, it's heartwarming, Abbie. As an author, you put your heart and soul into your work, and it is so gratifying to see that readers appreciate it. I am so grateful for the support and encouragement I have received from my readers.
That's wonderful, Fred. To give our listeners a taste of your writing style, would you be so kind as to read us an excerpt?
Sure, Abbie. As the sun rose over Athens, a team of scientists and treasure hunters descended into the depths of an ancient ruin, their hearts beating faster with excitement and anticipation. They had been searching for weeks, driven by the hope of discovering a long-lost treasure that could change their lives forever. As the excited chatter of their radios echoed through the tunnels, the team suddenly stumbled upon something unexpected, an enigmatic artifact that seemed to glow with an eerie energy. The air grew thick with tension as they cautiously approached the mysterious object, their hearts pounding with fear and excitement. For a moment, they stood there, transfixed by the artifact's strange power. But strange and unexplainable occurrences began to happen as they began to uncover more about its origins and purpose. Shadows flickered on the walls, strange whispers echoed through the tunnels, and objects began to move on their own. Fear and unease gripped the team as the local authorities seemed unable to offer any answers. But one among them, a determined young woman named Lara, refused to give up. She began her independent investigation, determined to unravel the artifact's secrets and protect it from falling into the wrong hands. As she delved deeper into the mystery, the danger grew more palpable. Dark forces lurked in the shadows, determined to claim the artifact. But Lara refused to give up, even as the stakes grew higher and the danger more intense. The tension mounted, leaving people eager to discover the hidden secrets within the artifact and whether Lara could unravel the mystery before it was too late.
That was riveting, Fred. Thank you so much for joining us on the Books Central podcast. It's been an absolute pleasure to have you.
Thank you, Abbie. It has been an incredible experience.
And to our listeners, be sure to grab a copy of Twilight of Artemis. It's a thrilling story that you won't be able to put down. Stay tuned to the Books Central podcast for more exciting interviews with authors and discussions on literature. Until next time, happy reading!